Hello everyone and welcome to another live stream. Good morning to you, sus intentions. Good evening to me and everyone who lives in a similar enough time zone. In which case it is also evening for you. Good afternoon to a couple of American friends. Good night to any Australians. Is there anyone watching here where it's technically night, so between 0 and 6 AM right now? Because, you know, there are plenty of people that could be watching where it's like 1 AM, which is not that weird a time, right? But the thing is, that's countries like Pakistan, India, certain sections of Russia, those kind of countries, so not a lot of people from there watching me, you know? Isn't it morning in Australia? Let's have a little look. I think it's still night. It's not that far ahead. Sydney time. Yeah, it's 4 AM in Sydney. 28 hours ahead. And in Perth, it's 2 AM. Yeah, not the biggest fan base in India. Although I know there are a few people from India that watch me. Because I put, you know, for my big live streams, I put the time when it starts for a couple of different cities all around the world on the screen. And I also put Mumbai there, because I thought, you know, India, billion people, lots speak English. And I did actually get like 1 or 2 comments that were like, hey, thank you, we're also putting our time on there. So there are people from India that watch me. Which is not that weird, with like 15%, yeah, 15% of all people on the planet living there and lots speak English. But not a lot. 7 PM here, oh, you must be a Brit. Well, or an Irishman, I guess. Iceland? Hang on. Reykjavik time. No, 6 PM in Iceland. It's an hour difference in the winter, but 2 hours in the summer because they don't do daylight saving. Oh, Lisbon, of course, Lisbon. Yeah, Portugal as well, right? I mean, bunch of African countries too, but is there anyone from Africa watching me here? And not on holiday, you actually have to live there. Is there anyone here who lives in Africa? Because that would be interesting. Probably not, but I mean, there must be some African viewers, but the chance that they also make it to a stream with only 63 viewers at the moment, it's kind of a small sample size, you know? So, today we're going to continue Mud Forest. Which was a scenario I started trying to solve last week. I fully expected to solve it in like 2 hours tops. Well, that didn't happen. Spent 3 hours on it and didn't quite finish it yet. So, this is from Nusse97, who is in the chat. And he's got a knack for exploiting things in the game that make for difficult scenarios. So, just to refresh, I'm going to go from, like, the start. It's an expert scenario, I believe. Yes, so, for those who don't know, who weren't here last week, you have a right goal, a scenario goal of 36,000 euros, which is quite a lot. Right ticket profit in a month. This is the bark. Let me have a little drink, because I was forced to by Major Geeks. You don't need to watch part 1 first. I'll give you a quick run through. So, there are 1,000 people here in the park. Because there's queue line here, no one can enter the park. So, well, 1,010 actually. So, this is what you have. They all have between 20 and 50 euros. Except for one person. One person, and if I remember correctly, it was guessed 527. Yeah, he's a rich bastard. 500. And you gotta make them all of them need to spend everything in a single month to reach the goal of 36,000. And that's quite difficult to make them all spend everything they have. You know, guest 527 is actually kind of the easier part, even though it's $500. Euros, pounds, whatever. 50,000 yen, same thing. So first of all, this is a different run, well, whatever. First of all, you don't have a lot of rights at the start. You have a few, but what you can do is simply open these up, which I've done here, charge nothing, and then just let the game run while you research things. The guests will stay happy. If you're a bit paranoid about happiness, you know, throw in an entertainer. Oh, looks like I already did. And they'll stay happy and you have time enough to research. You also have quite a lot of cash. Yeah, you can borrow up to 50,000. So, you know, that's not a big problem. You have time to research stuff. Hi Hoover, welcome. Did you do any off-stream planning? 0. I want to do this all on stream. So for example, this is a save file from June year 1 where I unlocked the maze because I wanted to do something with it. Didn't work out, but I tried it. Now, eventually, I tried some air-powered vertical coasters where I could charge $10 for. I mean, there's still at 2, but you can charge 10 for it. The reason I charge 10 is because guests have 20, 30, 40 or $50 euros, and if you want them to spend everything, you want them to, the rides to all have a cost that is a divisor of their cash. So either 5 or 10, because then after either 5 or 10 rides, they arrive, well, depending on how many they spend, but eventually they arrive at 0. If you charge 450, then they don't arrive neatly at 0. So you want to charge either 5 or 10, or 2 or 1, I guess, but that's not enough. I tried something with corkscrews where I charged 10 for. That didn't quite work. Also, at this point, I did not yet know about the guest 527 who is filthy rich. This is about how to get guest 527 to spend everything. Because that was also a bit of a challenge, figuring that one out, how to do that in a month. And this is the final setup we came to last stream. So we had these kind of 5-buck corkscrew coasters, which didn't end up working out. But we also have the setup for guest 527 here. So the idea here is that guests will pay anything for an untested ride. But we need a ride that accepts single riders, because guest 27 is on his own, and most rides, like the corkscrew coaster, only accept guests in pairs. So that would be a problem. And we have 3 rides that do that. We have the monorail cycles, we have the mini suspended coaster, and we have the boat hire with jet skis. Monorail cycles is too slow. The ride time is too long. Mini suspended coaster is a roller coaster, so guests only have a very low chance of actually going on it. And the boat hire is perfect because the jet skis is a fast ride, so it goes quickly. And eventually, topspin single riders. I might just do, but it's a flat ride, so it immediately calculates all the stats, so it doesn't really work. So what we do, these all have no stats. So we allow them to ride it, then it will get stats, so we replace it. And we open it. Does not have stats. And, you know, you keep doing this. And within a month he'll spend, you know, he'll go on it 25 times and spend all this money. That's fine. The thing is, originally I was like, alright, I'll just, you know, allow him to go on a ride. Like this one. Double close it, reopen it. That is quite fast if you only have one ride. Problem is, that makes them very unhappy very quickly, and at which point they stop going on it. So, yeah, that didn't work. Isn't that just money negative? We don't need to make money, we only need to make ride profit. I don't care about spending money. So what we're now at, we have the guest 527 solution. This works. We now need to find a ride that, you know, we can build multiple of, that allows guests to spend everything they have in a month. And so the setup... I mean, the setup is not very difficult, because what we just do is... You know, let's just start over, just to make sure that I know exactly what's going on. It's not here, it's an expert. I have way too many custom scenarios. There we go. So, I'm gonna put one of these. One of these. To make sure it all stays fine. We're gonna research all of that. Pay back the loan so we don't pay any money of that. And let's research. This will cost a bit of money. But that's fine. Takes a little while, doesn't it? So how did you enjoy Friday's video? About the murder maze. It wasn't very much new information, I guess. But it wasn't neatly contained in a single video. That park rating just dropped. Oh right, I forgot to actually open the stalls. How stupid. No spoilers yet. I mean, the video is 2 days old at this point, so... It's basically a video about how you can use the maze to do all kind of cool things. Trap guests, murder them without any issues. Ah, you can immediately hear them buying stuff. They're not actually paying for anything, but it does cost us money. Alright, let's just do... I already got that. Alright, I'll just name it Start 2. Now that costs some actual money. I'm just going to research everything and then we can do more directed research once we know the ride that we're going to use. You know, to save some money, because this does cost us quite a bit of money. I just want to have access to everything just to know what we're going to use. And if we need more, if we don't have enough, then we can just restart. Research only what we need to research. I loved the video about the maze, especially the part about having a single guest trapped inside forever. Yeah, it's a bit cruel, isn't it? But it works. There we go, park rating is stable now. And this is exactly it. It doesn't change. It's 777. That's most likely a coincidence, Nissa, but it is very nice. Okay. All right, researched. Well, that cost us about 13k. 16k actually. Now, we know how to solve for guest 527, the rich bastard. These are all the rides we have available. And I did come to one conclusion. And that conclusion is that we need a ride that we can charge $10 for. Because it's otherwise just too slow. $5 is not enough. So we need some high throughput rides with a low intensity rating. And with low, I mean like like 5 or lower. 5.5 is still possible. Thank you for the 528 bits. Sus intentions. Now you have more than 527. Well, thank you. Yeah, kind of below 5.5. Because the minimum that guests can have in this little intensity preferred ride intensity thing is less than 3. They will go up to 2.55 points outside of their range if they're super happy, which they are. So, you know, up to 5.5, but that's, you know, it's right on the edge. So I was up to like 5.2, 5.3 to be safe. And I see a Giga Coaster. Problem is, the Giga Coaster is expensive. What about a wooden wild mouse? Mate, have you seen the intensity on a wooden wild mouse? I mean, this one got 4 because it's got the rating sliced in half. Look at this, 7.7, 9.3, 9.4, well, 14.6. Now I was thinking Giga Coaster. Problem is it's expensive and we are on kind of a cash limit. But if we... Because this thing is not that expensive, right? And it's got really high stats. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, the problem is bad throughput, kind of, because this does not have a good throughput. It's not terrible. Hi Max, welcome. So the question is, what can we charge for this? Let's use the price manager. Giga Booster cheap 1. So if we have 2 of these. Can we charge $10? Okay, with 1 it's 1260. Okay, 960, that's enough. I mean, it's not, but, you know, a little bit of that. And it's enough. But that's fine. Doesn't have a super high throughput though, and it's fairly expensive. But if we can charge 10, that does help a lot. I wonder if there is a cheaper way to do it. I tried with a corkscrew with like a launched design. Which almost worked. Yeah, I don't really see why that shouldn't work. Now, It was kind of on the edge of the intensity though. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here as well. So if we're like this, is that already enough? No, not quite. Not the little path there isn't enough. But if we add some scenery, then that might be enough. Just little bits of scenery. Still 960. Why is it not going up? It's already... Oh, it is going up. It wasn't going up because it wasn't yet being updated. Okay, this is still 960. When is it going to 10? Okay, now it's 10. So if we just do that. Make sure it doesn't connect wrongly. Save it with scenery. And then call it, what's it at the top? 0 mud forest giga. There we go, that might work. It's only 10 degrees where you live. That's quite, well, it's not that cold, but compared to here, it is fairly cold. Okay. Let's start again and go just for the giga. Then we should be able to research that much quicker. So if I just go back to this one. Only do roller coasters. And let's see how long it takes us to get the giga coaster. Air powered coaster. Giga coaster. Okay, that was relatively quick. Okay, so giga unlocked. There we go. And what we need to do now is just build a bunch of them. And then let's hope that's enough. I think it's kind of interesting that this is kind of the difficult bit. I imagine there is some super easy solution. Also, yeah, we don't have a cash machine. That would make it kind of easy. No one asked, but I thought someone might think about that. What stops you from getting more guests? The design of the park. There's a queue line in front of the entrance. Hey, thank you for the 2 months, says Intentions. 2 months down, a lifetime to go. Ah, that would be rather nice. And you over there. Oops, that's the wrong rotation. Cash machine, yeah. On one hand, it's like, oh, I wish we had the cash machine, but with the cash machine, that wouldn't be a fun scenario, because it would just be easy and quick. So, yeah. Okay, and then that one there. And that one there, and then one on the other side still. And then one there. Okay, let's connect it all. I think the capacity of the ride might not be high enough, but other than that, this might just work. Typing a 0 in front of it didn't really help. Yeah, I was still looking for it. You know, that's the thing I always have. Even if I know where a ride is, I often still can't find it quickly. Okay, let's build a few more. Oh, hang on. Let's first build Guest 527's prison. Because we need to be able to afford now as well. Now we don't need to worry about having spent all our money by the end of this. Because we'll make plenty during the scenario. Or during the month. Okay, I'm going to quickly use the price manager. Just set the limit to 10. These I have to do by hand. Luckily, because they don't have stats, the price manager doesn't interfere. You forgot a corner of path. You mean where the toilet is? That's on purpose. Oh, no. Just this entire corner. Okay. Well, we have some money left over. So, let's build some more of these rides. One there. One there. Alright. I think we can kind of start the run. So we'll pick out 527. Put them there. And then we'll say Mud Forest Giga Run start. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to first off close you. Oh, that's satisfying, isn't it? Oh, hang on. This guy's already gone on a ride. I think. Yeah, it's even got stats. Hang on, I screwed that up. Wait, how does that one have stats too? Oh, he's going on every ride. That's why you save. That is why you save, my friends. Just in case you mess something up. Because what we kind of need to do is we need to get the guests dispersed before we open the rides. And we need to open all the rides at the start of a month, of course. So, first I'm going to kind of just ignore guest 527. Because I just want to see if the rest works. Because we know guest 527 works. So I'm just going to put guest 527 off to the side. And, yeah, just put him there. Not worry about him. And then we'll fast forward a bit. And then we'll delete that thing. Wait, no, wrong order. That's the wrong order. Hang on. Because what we need to do... You need to sod off. What we need to do is first... We need to test all the rides. So that they have their stats already calculated. Oh god, they have a 10-second minimum waiting time. That's not good. We need to remove that for every single one. So, no waiting time for you. No waiting time for you. No waiting time for you. And now they're all out of sync. Okay, now we're charging 10 for all of them. And that means we can close them. Now we need to fast forward a little bit. Okay, now we need to save again here. Yeah, we can just start too. Okay, now I'm gonna close that one. Close that one. And now let the guests disperse. Also, put a no entry sign there. And we need a lot of staff. So... just to keep the guests as happy as possible. Okay, maybe... I think you forgot 2 giga waiting times. Did I? I don't think I did. Maybe I did though. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they all have it. Or don't have it, I guess. Okay, I was a little bit early with dispersing them, I think. But now we can open them. Let's see if this works. Okay, they are spending money really quickly. That's a good sign. Do you have mechanics? No. Good point. Okay, but some guests are just watching right. Oh, it's because they're broke. Well, not all of them. If they just spend their time bloody watching rides, like this guy, how am I able to prevent that from happening? I mean, they are spending their money really quickly, which is good. There are so many guests everywhere watching the rides. I don't care if they do that when they're broke. But this guy has only gone on a ride once. I've never had that problem before. Yeah, our income is kind of drying up now. Underground path, yeah, that might help. Do you have the ATM? No. Do fences prevent them from watching the ride? Maybe. How many points do we collectively need to spend for you to play guitar for us? I'm not gonna do it, so... it doesn't work. I never expected this to happen. Ugh. Don't benches prevent them from standing there watching? We don't have benches. I mean, we have other stuff. It doesn't really seem to work. No benches was not intentional. I mean, there are new guests still watching, so yeah, that doesn't work. Does that even work, by the way? Hang on. Let's restart. Let's just see if no benches even works. Because now I'm kind of curious, so... oh, we have that bench, but I guess we hadn't unlocked it yet. Because if it works, we can just unlock it. Because we have one bench available. Okay, I have covered this section in benches. They have been opened, right? Yes. I mean, they might start to sit on the benches, which is also not ideal. And now we need to... Got a little staff going on. Okay. Go. Yeah, it doesn't work anyway. Definitely not. Now the question is, can they see through walls? Because if they can't, then that's the solution. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, rain doesn't help either. Well, they're still standing there. So, that doesn't work. The annoying thing is, I think these rides are actually good enough. It's just that they're not going on it because they're bloody staring at the ride. How do I prevent that from happening? I mean, underground, I guess. What about one tile between the rides and the path? We could try that. Let's just see. If we get rid of this. Yeah, get rid of this path as well. Let's see if they still stare when we do it like that. I don't care about properly doing it at the moment. Just want to see if they still stare. Yeah, they do. They definitely still stare. That didn't solve a thing. They make photos. And they sip their bloody lemonade. I assume underground paths will work. I mean, you don't have to get rid of that much if you want to, like, make it underground. Do they do it on stairs? You can't have all stairs because you need to connect the queue line somewhere, right? Okay, so back to this. I am actually gonna do this. Wait, first I need a Giga Coaster design for it. So instead of that, no one is staring while in front of the open queue line. No, but they can stare the other way. A path has two sides. Alright, and if we make this slightly longer. Oh, no, didn't work well. Okay, now if we save this. Then the question is, can we build this here? without any issues. I think we should be able to, but I just want to be sure. No, we can't. It doesn't want to. Since I would need to build it without the queue line and do the queue line myself. I was thinking of raising the ground where you're about to place the path. How's that for underground? Well, that's expensive. Although building underground's expensive anyway. But we don't have that. We don't have unlimited cash, right? Okay, so this doesn't work building like this. I have a feeling this is not intended to be the solution at all. I think it's got something to do with stuff. I think I remember stuff could not like be below the station or something like that. Because right now it's trying to put the lowest bit on where my mouse is or something like that. No, I did not build underground. That's just... Maybe I need some other ride? But one of these you can't charge 10 for, besides they're too intense anyway. Well, not all of them. Doing the boat hire trick with all the guests is infeasible as hell. Hang on, but why did... Maybe I just need to pick a ride type that they don't look at. I mean, I had the corkscrew. Did I look at the... Hang on, did I look at the corkscrew? Let's have a little test. Yeah, they did. They looked here as well. I have a perfect solution, I think. Except for the fact that guests are looking and not spending their money. Like, this guy. I mean, we're at the start of the month still, but... Yeah, when you've passed a month, he's only gone on rides twice. I mean, he got unhappy in the meantime, so I guess fair enough. But that is so annoying. How do I solve this problem? I assume I've had this problem the entire time. But I just never noticed it. Are they looking at the rides here? Looks like they're not. Looks like they're not looking at the rides here. So I guess that will work. Right, they are. Oh yeah, there's a fella here. Yeah, no, they're looking here as well. Ugh. I don't understand how I will be able to solve this problem. Anyone got any ideas? Because I say I'm gonna solve it, but we are gonna solve it. Because building underground is... I mean, it's not that expensive, right? Let's just give it a shot. So... I mean, we don't really have the money right now, so I'm gonna delete one. And then also... I deleted a little bit too much, I think. Are peeps looking at the rides part of the objective? No, but if they look at the rides, they don't go on rides. And that's the problem. Deleted a bit too much was related to deleting some scenery by accident. Not deleting too much path. Alright. I need to delete you. Okay. Alright, we do it. You know what, I can already delete this one. And then we raise just one row. Come on. There we go. And we do it there. The problem is also that building path underground is expensive. So I think I might have to remove a few more of these. Problem with that. Oh, crap. I erased the ground wrong here. Ah, thank you for the 5 months, Lead Shade. A little bit more. And that's... We also need to do it in the middle. Yeah, you see, the problem is that it is quite expensive. Because... that tile. So we have raised everything we need now, and that is already... like, a lot. Like 7,000. But then... we also pay 20 more per path piece. So let's just give me some money to see how expensive this really is. Because this will be stupidly expensive. Okay, and then I'm just gonna open them. Can't be asked to wait for the month. I should block off the no entry signs. So we just spent another 4k on landscaping. But we spent like at least 2.5 times more than we should have. Which means that, or than we would have without any underground stuff. So that's another like 2k. So it's like 10k to build all these parts underground if we do it like this. And that's stupidly expensive. And that's why I didn't want to do that. Also, they're still staring. And making photos. Yeah, I think that might be the best idea, Meister Schmidty. Just build them further away from the path. This is kind of hilarious, though. The game doesn't check if they're underground, if there's anything in the way. It just says guest on path next to right. Small gaps in the wood. Right, small gaps in the rock as well, right? Oops. Okay, new plan. So, we make a new Giga. Alright, I still had that one saved. So what we do... I want a more beautiful queue line. Put a fence in between there so that it doesn't connect to each other. A cheap one, please. We can get rid of that. Okay. Now, first order of business. Do they still stare? Because we do need to check it, right? We don't have the cash. Cool. Why is that open in the bloody middle? And then block those off. Okay, let's see. Do they keep staring? So far, it doesn't look like they're staring. It's 1010 dissolved guest cap. No, we can't get more guests. Yeah, I was afraid this would happen. This guy went on a ride and just started staring. Also, apparently we can't charge 10 for this thing right now. But maybe they won't stare for too long. So I do need to... Also... what I actually need to do... I think is like... Because this is kind of wide right at the moment. So... It is 13 tiles wide. I mean, you can put the one kind of slightly under it. So 12 tiles wide. If I manage to make it just 3 tiles wide, or just 6 tiles I mean, that would be an improvement. Then we can put multiple... Exit path goes underground. They're still staring if it's if we go underground. That doesn't work. But what we can do, hang on, as someone said, what we can do, of course... Well, that doesn't fit. So apparently we can't do that. Maybe we need a slightly different Giga design. With this one, we do have space for it. So if we put this here. And then... something like that. I do wonder, what's the maximum distance that they'll stare at, though? Let's have a little look. Do they stare when it's that far away? I don't see any staring. What about that? I still don't see any staring. Oh wait, no, they do stare. Yeah, do they on stairs? That's the question. How did the guest end up here? Odd. Oh, of course, there's no exit path here. That's how you ended up there. Oh wait, there was one tile apparently. They were all trapped there. But yeah, let's, you know, if we build this like this and then go stairs here. Will they stare on stairs? That is the question. So they're staring there. And I don't see any staring on the stairs. So you can't stare on the stairs. So there are no stairs. So that at least does help. And if we then just... if we go back to this one... If we just make sure that... you know, if we make these a little shorter... Now they are opposite each other. So that means that they can't stare there. Alright. And then we need to lower the ground below these. So that we can go down with the stairs. Instead of go down with the sickness, we go down with the stairs. I have a feeling this is not at all the intended solution. I have a feeling there's something blindingly obvious that I'm missing. But I'm not seeing it. And that's annoying. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Nusa to just think of this, the stair mechanic, and be like, yeah, I'll incorporate that. Because that is something he would do. No, stare mechanic, S-T-A-R-E. Guests are staring at the bloody rides, and so they're not going on, not spending their cash. Okay, I also need to remove that and that. And now let's see if we can make a stair thing of it. Luckily, that doesn't cost us any more money. I mean, a little bit more, because I'm removing the path and... you know, that costs money. Because we get 10 back and we spend 12 per piece. But they still cost 12. Because the game thinks that's, you know, according to the game logic that calculates the path price, it's on the ground. So that helps. I like that reference, Kangi. That's an old song. Okay. You know, I'm gonna remove this one because we need the cash. And time to... Ding, ding. Okay, yeah, this doesn't exactly work out properly. I mean, unless we put that one in the air, I guess. We can do that. This is completely ridiculous. This is actually completely ridiculous. Okay, it does work out for this one. But they're not there. So there will be a few tiles left where they can potentially stare. Although, yeah, we can't get rid of all of those. Oh, and here we somehow are at the bottom? Wait. Oh, that's because I forgot that. You know, this is how people must feel if they actually tried my scenario called the improbability. So I guess I'm getting what I deserve. This is still only half of it. Now I need to redo these. What's the reasoning for the ramps? So that they don't stare. At the right, instead of going on the right. You know, that's why these things work maybe better in videos than in stream form. Because right now on the stream, lots of new people are coming in. And obviously, because they don't have any of the context, they don't understand why I'm doing certain things. So I keep having to explain it again and again. There's not much I can do about that. It just is. Okay, that one. Didn't have to relay that one. Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, it's not anyone's fault. Like, if you come in and don't know what's happening, that makes sense. Okay, just a few more to go. Now watch this just entirely not work. And then during the actual run, I will of course also have to take care of guest 527. Which is a whole other thing. I mean, we know the solution for guest 527. So at least we don't have to puzzle for that anymore. Can people stare underground? Yes. We tried. Doesn't really matter because that solution was too expensive anyway. So even if it worked, it would not have been a good solution. Okay, we've got everything ready and it looks ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna let them run loose. Because we're just in time to try this in October. They're also moving quite slowly over the stairs. Which is another thing. Okay, I'm a bit late with opening these. Okay, that sounds wonderful. I think I might need a few more handymen to clean up some things. Oh, no rain, please. I just want to see if it works. I said no rain. It was gonna rain again. If you looked at the bottom left, you would have seen. Okay, they are spending quick enough. So... we might get there. What is 26 Celsius in Fahrenheit? Something like 80? 79? Okay, and we're slowing down already. This method is not working. We only made 32k. So even though guests are no longer staring, I guess they like the stairs. Okay, so they're staring too much because they're no longer staring. But the staring is making them slow and tired, which is why they're not riding the rides often enough. So we replaced the staring with staring. But now there's a different kind of staring that ruins the run. Could you follow any of that? Doesn't like the max throughput ride possible have enough throughput to do it on its own? You mean the massive twister? Do we even have the twister available? No. I mean, a Giga Coaster could do something similar, to be honest. Yeah, we could probably use a ride like that. Hang on, if we just design a ride. I mean, we'll still have the staring problem. If you double upstairs and not have them stare, does it change anything? Instead of up, down, up, can you go up, up, down, down? Yeah, but... and why would it change anything? Like, if we put a booster here... We do need one 12-meter drop. So if we just do that. Oh, and then add block breaks, of course. Yeah, 6 is fine. Let's see, 7 tiles. Maybe that will work. Maybe just this one on its own. That's 6 tiles. With all the paths in the middle. Will work. And if the path is in the middle, it can be far away enough. As well. Although, having this thing on its own make 36k is kind of hard to believe. Although it's kind of 4 rides, and they have a high throughput. Oh, I need block breaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boosters, 1, 2. Oh, that's total. Block breaks. Alright. Well, the stair of stores there, but I can't block everything off its stores. That's getting expensive. Okay. How about this then? I think we need fewer trains so that guests spend less time on the ride. And this looks more like it. Alright, right now I'm just going to cheat and see if it works. And if it does, then we'll do it legitimately. I'm just gonna build the queue lines all this way just to see where the middle is. Thank you for the follow, General Shrimp. Okay, that's not... Yeah. That is not a square. Okay, I need to... Something is wrong here. Ah, I found the issue. This queue line's different. There we go. Now it works. Yeah, that'll be fine. So. Oh, shut up with your rain. So yeah, this thing got plenty good stats. And a very convenient intensity rating. So that's good. And the upside is also, we don't need a lot of staff members to keep the guests happy, because they're all in a very crowded, small space. You know, I could even just build this right around this thing, so they're already in the middle. But I don't care about that for now, because for now I just want to see if it works. And then I'll, you know, optimize it and do it legitimately once, you know, once we know it works. How's the ride time different? I can't be asked to get into that now with the slight differences in where trains spawn and whatnot. Right, let's already... Community challenges. Is it just a scenario someone made? Okay, this one needs to be closed right now. Okay, let's save it. Mega Giga Test. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the... Oh, no, that was a bad idea. And that, my friends, is why you save. Now we can delete those without the guests going under the no entry sign. Okay, and then, you know, hire a lot of staff. Alright. We can almost open it. Not yet. Now. I mean, I was a bit late with that. Okay, let's see. Will this work? It's Canthier. It's going way too slow. We need to make 36,000. So on average more than 1,000 a day. And we're making far less. Part of the problem is that they take forever to slowly get into the station. Is everyone in the Netherlands celebrating Greta Thunberg's arrest? No, most people in the Netherlands are just seeing that news item and going like, oh, okay. Like, I don't particularly care. I mean, it doesn't really affect me, those climate activists, because I live far away. Who? Surely you know who Greta Thunberg is. When she started, she was like a 15-year-old climate activist. Swedish. And was a whole thing. She's 21 now, I think. Make the block brakes less strong. You're still gonna have the same because it's station brakes. So yeah, this is not even close to enough. I mean, right now everyone's broke, so we did manage to make them spend all of their money. It's just not quite quick enough. Yeah, she's the how dare you girl. Yeah, guests do still favor going forward in intersections, but that doesn't matter because the queue lines were full. This thing was at maximum capacity. So that wasn't the problem. Hang on, don't I have like a really neat Mobius design? Yeah, this one. Because we can build lots of these. And just make the path far away enough. That should work. The guests kept staring at the ride. That was the problem, drinking coffee. Okay, let's try again from this point. And let's use the Mobius design. Let's make sure there's 3 tiles in between here. They will have to walk a little further. So I hope that doesn't impede it too much. The stairs version didn't work because guests were slower and stuff. Alright. Let's borrow more money. This one does need to synchronize, otherwise it doesn't really work. Okay, it's got a good ratings all around. Let's select all of this so that we can quickly build all the path we need. Delete the photo section. Good point. I'll just make it stupidly expensive. Nah, deleting is quicker. Deleting is overall a quicker thing. Did that just go even though it was synchronized? I guess that's a feature. I explored that a little bit somewhere. In some video where rides even go when synchronized even though they shouldn't because some block section was blocked and otherwise it wouldn't work. Something like that. Alright, save. I'll just call it 0 Mud Forest Giga 2. Thank you. Now I don't think this is gonna work. But you never know. Lol. The path doesn't exactly fit there. Okay, now it fits. Oh, come on, I wanted to click away the thing. Ugh. Alright. The queue lines are messing up. Yeah, of course they fucking are. Because why would the game ever work normally? I'm going to restart this. And that's why you always place fences in between. So that that doesn't happen. Drink some water, that's probably a good idea. First though, let's fix this thing. Alright, save with scenery, select nearby scenery. Now they might still stare at this distance, I'm not sure. But I think we'll be fine with 3 tiles. Oh, not enough cash. That's not a problem. Luckily, not everything is an issue. Okay, there was a hill in the way there. So let me remove it. Alright. Now some no entry signs. Now, as I said, I don't know if this is gonna work. And if it doesn't, I might just give up the scenario because I'm getting tired of it. Alright. Giga, run to start. I think it's too spread out. It might be. I don't think Nusa is here anymore because he hasn't chatted in a long time, Duvel. Even not when I mentioned his name earlier, so... Okay, let's have the guests split up. Oh, first we need to have them all test. Okay, now we can have them close. Oh, you're here. Good. Okay, now, staff. Oh, we did have enough money for another. Okay. Okay, that's just a satisfying sound. Okay, when it rained, it's not working, of course. But before that, it was also too slow. Okay, Nusa just gave me the solution. I am tired of this. This is not fun anymore. What did you do? Use 6 reverse free fall without stats. Double close for 20 and later 10. That works. Wait, reverse free fall. That has a small capacity though. Wait a minute. Hang on. It does not get the penalty for G4. Yeah, I was thinking about that. That one's too big. Oh, shut up. You're not enough money. Okay, so... I guess this is a glitch that I didn't know about or something, because according to Nisse... Oh, only 2 station pieces. Well, according to Nisse, the Giga Coaster, or the reverse freefall coaster, does not get the penalty that guests don't want to go on it. Even though it can record G-forces. I mean, yeah, that's a problem. That's why I use a high minimum waiting time, so that it can't go wrong like that. You know what? Let's just put this to the test. We'll put another coaster, you know, this one. See if we can notice a big difference. Also, wait for fill load. Open. That one's open. I mean, there are a lot of guests here, so... Right now I don't see a difference. To be honest. Let's see if we see a difference with fewer guests. I just need to explode some guests. Then delete that one and redo that one as well. Wait, why are guests not going on that one? Oh, they think it's not safe. Reset crash status. Okay, you can see the difference now, right? If we close this and do the same for that. Wait, that didn't work. I need to actually... They are much more eagerly going on the reverse freefall than they are on the limb coaster. And that is because apparently the penalty for being able to record G-forces does not apply to the reverse freefall coaster, even though it can record G-forces. How did you even figure that one out? Did you just try random stuff? Okay, we don't need a lot of money for this, so the money we lost on this one is not a problem. Random discovered. Fair enough. I guess a little bit of a queue line would be nice. So, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's got 6 of them in total. I also kind of didn't expect you to have the time for this. Like, I didn't expect this to be quick enough. But apparently it is. Thank you for the sub, Quacks for Days. Oh, whoops. That's sacrilegious. Putting these on the wrong side. Okay, time for the no entry signs. Then we're gonna make them all 20. No, 220 is fine because it'll just default to 20. Alright, whoops. Ah, dang it. Okay, what we need to do now is give these all a super long minimum waiting time. So that they can't accidentally go, you know? I'll just make that the maximum possible. For guest 527, I had a monorail and also double close. But how? When I tried that, it got super unhappy super quick. And stopped riding it. Even when I had like a lot of entertainers, it did not get happy quick enough. Maybe one tile of queue line. Does that work? Because he just wanted to leave the park at some point. I kind of did forget about a guest 527. Let's just first see if this thing works. Well, first... ref free falls test. Alright. Open. Okay, and then double close, double close, double close. The reason I do this is that this way we can keep the guests in the queue line. But hang on, won't they get super unhappy from this as well? If you do it like this, it's obviously super quick. So, yeah, there's no reason this wouldn't work. Like this. And we just keep this one handy here as well. Unfortunately, you can't double close via the right menu. That would have been a little bit too overpowered for this, I guess. If you do these all simultaneously, you keep them synchronized. That is the quickest way to do it. And then it does only take a very short time for them to go. And there are, of course, a few guests who either spawn with 30 or 50, you know, roughly half. Which right now, wait, I forgot one of these. The other ones are all empty, right? Yes. Which will remain with 10. So then, yeah, later we'll have to lower it down to 10 to get those guests. Ask a geography question. Okay, what do you want to know? Well, what do you want to see if I know? That's more the thing, right? Because we're kind of doing this thing now, so we have a little bit of time to talk about that. Wait a minute, forgot that one. Wait, no, didn't. They just looked like it at guests. Because the color of the seats. Whoopsie. I wonder how fast are we making money? Oh yeah, 8,000 in 4 days. This really is very fast. But I'm thinking it only works because it doesn't record G-forces. Because if it did, then right now it would work. But as soon as, you know, you have the last few guests, their chance of going on it is quite small. And that's a problem then. Who knows, maybe it would still work. You know, even though I tried the wrong thing, we still learned. We learned that guests will stare through anything. Which I guess is neat. It's not really vital knowledge. But it's kind of funny. It's cool behavior to investigate. Yeah, we could learn something about that. How that exactly worked, the guests staring at rights. Oh, thank you, Gretker. For some reason on the YouTube live stream, the kind of notifications for the donations and stuff showed up incredibly delayed. And I have no idea why, because the stream itself, like the chat, was delayed by like 3 seconds. About the minimum possible. You know, it's funny, when you do YouTube live streams, you have 3 options for the amount of delay. The standard one is like a big delay, which is, I don't know, like 30 seconds or a minute. Which is not at all practical. And then, like, you have low latency and then ultra low latency. And I use the ultra low latency. And it says ultra low latency, then it says poor quality, but nearly real-time interactions with the chat. And you know what that poor quality means? It means that you can't stream in 1440p. It's limited to 1080. Oh, wow, such poor quality. Only 1080p live streams. Mate, that's my default live stream I stream in. I stream in 1080p right now. What are you talking about? That's not poor quality at all. We're already at 23,000 and we're only on 10th of September. Hang on, where is guest 527? Can we still make that work? He's only been on a ride once so far. Let's build a monorail with a queue line. And then picking up, put him there. Put a few entertainers there as well, why not? Half a month is enough for him. Alright. Is there anyone watching with a monitor that has a lower resolution than 1080? I mean, those monitors must still exist, but I imagine not many people have them. Maybe, I mean, a second monitor maybe, but... Okay, and charge 20 for this. Let's just save. And then need to reset these all with a little bit more room to have all these windows while simultaneously not having one in the bottom right, because that's where my chat is. Just some reorganizing going on here. Okay. And we'll decidedly have the monorail cycles on the other side, so that I don't accidentally get confused. I'm rocking a CRT at 1024 by 768. A CRT, isn't that like one with the big boxes in the back? Wait, I need to double close that one. Okay. I'm just gonna do the monorail together with the rest. I hope that's quick enough. Wait, reopen. Shit. I made a mistake there. Well, it should be fine. In the meantime, we can start working on guest 527. Just, Okay, that is really quick. Okay, the others have 8 on it as well. So we do need to catch up a bit with 527. Okay, he's only slightly faster than the free fall, so I guess we can keep doing him with the rest. Yeah, look at this. Freefall 1 only has 5 guests on it. So we're already getting slower. I guess we have kind of made most of the money we can make. Yeah, we're at 28,000. I guess I should go down to 10. So that the guests that want to spend, that still have 10 left, can also spend that. Otherwise, they'll get stuck. That means that if they're waiting on their own at the end, then that's a maximum of 60. And that's not spent, which is not too much. Okay, let's just save on the 13th. That's what I always do. Tons and tons of save files. Okay, let's now close these as well, because the queue lines have filled up. Okay, how's our favorite guest doing? Okay, he is unhappy, but he is still going on it. Interesting, so Q line works for that, yeah. And he doesn't have enough time to decide to leave the park, which is fun. Hey T West, welcome. So yeah, he's over halfway and he's only been in there for 4 days. So that's going well. So we can close all these. You know, I wish I'd found this myself, but on the other hand, it is very niche. So I'm not... It is kind of a glitch. So I'm not disappointed or anything that I didn't find it myself. But it is a bit unfortunate. I mean, I did think of guest... I did solve guest... Oh, crap, forgot to open those others. I did solve guest 527 myself. Which is very good. And open. And open. And again. So how's the AoE 2 scene going, T-West? Got anything interesting going on? Any, I don't know, particular project you're working on or anything? I know you did a lot of the scripting for the tiny maps for T90. I really liked those videos. Is anything else coming up with that? Some new tiny maps or anything? That's a surprising amount of guests still needing to spend 10, apparently. That couldn't be bothered to spend 20. Just had a fun bug where villagers could shoot trees and arrows and gather food from them. Yes, I saw. I think it was your video that I saw on it. I saw some video on that, was a few minutes long. That is an interesting bug. I assume it's already fixed. Like, that should be something they push out a hotfix for, like, ASAP, right? Because that seems like a really big bug. No small maps right now, probably more over the summer. Neat. Because also the thing is, right, we've seen a lot of the maps once, like Arena, you know, Baltic, whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing them again. With different players. You know, MBL, of course. We already played a few, but, you know, MBL is great for that kind of stuff. Took a few days, but it's fixed. Nice. Oh, we're mostly through our guests. Hang on, is guest 527 broke? Because he's not going on the monorail anymore. Yeah, guest 527 is broke. Okay, we don't need to care about the monorail anymore. How much have we made? 36,540. We need to get to 36,000. We still have 10 days left. So let's save. So 20th. Okay, we're very slowly getting there. We need just 16 more people to go on one of the ride, to go on the ride. Just 16. But most people have completely ran out. 6, 5, 4. Just 4 more guests need to go on one of these rides. You can remove a few coasters. Yeah, that's a good point. And then just... Okay, that's 1, 2. Wait, that was it. We're there. We have made it. You know, once you know the solution, it's not very difficult. But yeah, the solution is kind of taking advantage of a glitch. But it's a fun glitch. I appreciate it. Okay, Nusse. I have... You know, the video that I was working on, and that you've already contributed quite a lot to, is about making the most profit in a month. If you can somehow find a way to block the stats of roller coasters from being calculated, you know, with them actually going, then that would be massive. You can freeze the stats by building a ride like this. And if you then test this, any other stats will never be calculated. Hey, we made it. I don't know if this works still in this version of OpenRCT2. No, it doesn't block it anymore here, but in older versions it does. And in vanilla as well. If you build a ride like this, it will block the stats from calculating. Self-sync. Now, the thing is, the coaster needs to go, but it needs to not calculate stats. Because basically that would allow us to charge 20 for a tiny minuscule ride. You know, that would allow us to charge 20 for a micro corkscrew coaster. Get the idea? If the stats were not allowed to be calculated, then that would allow us to charge 20. And you can do that, but only with cheats. Drown them all. Oh, that's a good one. You get the G-force penalty. I mean, it's not for this. It's not for this challenge. It's for making the most in a park. Oh, you mean for the... Yeah. I mean, you can use other rides for that, right? Like some kind of 4-stationed monorail. Or something like that. Wait, no, monorail... I mean, you know what I mean? Just that it blocks any stats from being calculated. In fact, it would even block the maze stats. Which means we could charge 20 for the maze. Now imagine that. Anyway, that was... Oh, it finally went after waiting forever. That was Mud Forest. That was incredibly difficult. Although, once you knew the trick, it was kind of easy. We thought about a lot of interesting things. So, I'm so happy I did it. Eventually, I just kind of got fed up with it. Which makes sense. Because the path I was trying to go towards didn't have an end. There was no light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, by the way, Nusse and I have been working on how to make the most profit in a month. And So, because my old record was called The Great Scam, which I did many years ago. Looks like this. And this month, July, I made 573,000 in a single month. From ride tickets. No cheats. I mean, there's one OpenRCT2 thing, which is boosters with floorless trains. That we don't allow it anymore, because we now try to keep towards RCT1, or like RCT2 vanilla. I did not do that at the time. Yeah, too inefficient, too much path, especially the double path. But hey, cut me some slack, this is from like 2018. But you know, 573k, that's still... I'm still very proud of this. I did a very good job of this. But I already massively improved upon that with... I think this one. Oh yeah, there we go. Wait, why have they stopped going on the maze? Oh, they start there again. Oh yeah, this was a problem. Hang on, the price manager needs to be off. Reload. These need to all be 7. Wait, why is our park value not 1 billion? Wait, why is stuff not frozen anymore? Hang on, I need to open this in an older version. Old versions. Starting it up. Love the sound of all the guests cheering after they've ridden the ride. Damn, it's taking a long time for the other version to start. The point is, we can make over 1 million a month with this. And it's really good. Only if you charge for it, of course. Why are you selling food? To prevent guests from wanting to go home. Because they might eventually want to go home if you don't sell food. Okay, there we go. Here's the other one. So, not within a month. Okay, I didn't do a test on that. There we go, let's turn on the sound. Ah, this is the park value we need. 1 billion park value. Why do we have 1 billion park value? It's kind of complicated, but I'll explain. So, OpenRCT2 changed the maximum you can charge for a ride. Only when it's young. Because instead of when it's under 5 months old, RCT2 Vanilla adds 30 to the ride value. And then when it's between 5 and 13 months old, it adds 10. You know, I'll show you. I'll show you the difference it makes. So basically, if we get the maze and put in the standard stats, then you see in OpenRCT2, if it's very young, we can charge 140. In RCT1 or 2 or Classic, you can charge 7. Then after 5 months, it goes down to 120 and 3, and after that, it's identical for both. Because then they use the same formula. Just for very young rides, it adds 30 instead of multiplying it by 1.5, which OpenRCT2 does. Which is a bit weird. Let's see, do I have that in this one? Yeah, you can see in OpenRCT2, these are the values. Times 1.5, times 1.2, times 1, etc. In RCT2 and Classic, it's plus 30, plus 10, and then times 1, times 0.75, times... So it's a bit weird, and OpenRCT2 changed that. And it makes more sense, but for very small rides that have a low ride value, it makes a big difference. Because the maze has a ride value of like 5. So if you multiply that by 1.5, you get to 7. If you add 30, you get to 35. And that ride value is 5 times as high, so you get to a 5 times higher ticket price. I think 5 is actually what the maze has, because that gets the correct numbers. That was just a guess. So, to simulate it being OpenRCT, being it vanilla, Bussy, one of the people who makes plugins, gave me a command that freezes all the ride stats and changes the ride value of the rides to 9999, so almost 10,000. That gives a ridiculously high park value. It also means that the guests would pay 2,000 bucks to go on the ride, but if we just set it to 10, or set it to 7, which we can do with the price manager, then that's all fine. Okay, we need to kind of close the park, otherwise more guests will get in. Because we're kind of already at the limit. So we just use the price manager to limit this to 7. Okay, we need to reopen the park because guests are already leaving. Then... Oh, and it's fine because we're in the old version anyway. I don't need to worry about the limits being higher and not being vanilla. Alright. And right as it hits March, I'll update the prices. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Louder. No, but it's ridiculous, right, this? And I have as many cash machines as I can have, and I've spent some time trying to find the optimal optimal layout for mazes and cash machines. Because you have a ride limit of 255, and right now we're at 255. So I've built all the rides I possibly can. And ideally, guests would just keep going to the cash machine every time they run out and get new. The problem is, guests don't always get to a cash machine before they run out. Or before they want to go home. So, we will be losing guests through the month. If you charge 140, my record was a little over 300,000. if you multiply that by 5 for a 5 times higher ticket price here, then you would get to 1.7 million. That's not what I got. Because I only got to 1.3 million in the previous test. For the following reason, the guests want to go home. Oh, no rain, please. It was gonna rain. It may not have started yet, but it said it at the bottom right, it was gonna rain. Okay, we've passed the million. You know what I need? Because Nusse did some tests with observation towers. And you can't charge 20 for those as well. What we need is a version of OpenRCT2 with the vanilla limit, so a different version of like a fork of 0.3.5 with the vanilla price calculating way. And I kind of want to build that myself. I need to learn how to build my own OpenRCT2 versions, because then I can do a lot more things like that. Easier. Because this works for the maze, but for the observation tower, you know, and if you then add scenery, because you can still add scenery to this and charge even more. It won't be much, because the stats have little impact. You can charge maybe like 760. That's still more. Oh, look at that. We got to 1.4 million this time. Nearly 1.5. 1.469 million. But yeah, we got the insane park value. Ignore that. That's not real. That's fake. Company value. Hang on. How do you have 192 million company value? Because company value is just park value plus your cash. We have 2 million in cash. Has it like overflowed? Is there a lower limit for the company value? That would be weird, though. Would you ever consider doing a ride overview with a single rail and hybrid coasters? Yeah, you know, I said before that I wanted to kind of do every other coaster type first, but I've kind of stepped away from that. Because a lot of coaster types are not that exciting to make overviews about. I've done most coaster types. For example, the invert and the compact invert are big ones I still need to do. For example, the steeplechase is a bit boring to do, isn't it? The reverse freefall coaster I've actually done. It's kind of unique. Water coaster would also be kind of boring to do. I guess rather quick too, there's not much to say about it. So if I ever need a quick video, I could just do the water coaster. Have I done the air-powered vertical coaster? Yeah, I have. I remember that. I recently got a comment on my vertical drop coaster overview. Someone saying, you've really developed a personality compared to back then. And that was indeed an older video. And he was right. Or she was right. I don't know. Because back in the day, I was not nearly as just animated when speaking, but I also didn't put nearly enough jokes in. You know, saying become one with the darkness or the easiest way to perform mass murder. You know, that's what I said in my previous video from 2 days ago. Stuff like that I didn't say as much back then. Alright. I'm going to continue working on this throughout the time. That's not a video for this week though. Because it's kind of a lot of work. I think somewhat a good idea. So I want to thank you for making that scenario, Nusse. It might even become useful at some point, the knowledge that I acquired from that. At least, yeah, I had some strategic thinking. That's always a very good thing. And, well, you know what? We have a little bit of time left. I was gonna end the stream, but I did this yesterday in Discord chat as well for a bit. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm just gonna scroll down, open a random save file, see what we get, and explain what it was. Well, let's figure out what it was. I guess this is me trying to start tiny towers. Oh no, that's the wrong coaster. I did a twister coaster. Oh wait, we're in the wrong version. Hang on. We need this version. This has many more save files. This is just an empty Forest Frontiers. What is it called? Forest Frontiers Extreme. Oh, hang on. No. Because I did make a version where you need 10 times the amount of guests in the same 1 year. But that was called Extreme with an X instead of E-Extreme. So I don't know what this is about. How about this one? Oh god. Oh, this is the very first time I ever completed Amity Airfield. And for some reason, it's loud as heck. But look at the bad pathing. This was probably an empty Forest Frontiers map you needed to make that extreme scenario. Who knows? But look at this bad pathing at like multiple levels. Because I completely boxed myself in with these kind of paths here and stuff. You know, with these coasters here. I wasn't thinking about any of that at all at the time. Because this was in 2016. And while I was apparently good enough to beat Empty Airfield, not by much mind you, 3,200 guests and we had stagnated. I wasn't that good at the game yet. Strangely enough, I kind of do remember building this custom floorless coaster. Other than that, lots of pre-builds. I mean, this is the origin of this custom floorless coaster, which I've used a lot over the years. It's a really neat and kind of small design. But yeah, mostly pre-built. I mean, a very ugly vertical drop coaster here. Not even a single loop. Alright, let's see. What do we get? We got Earth Park. This video made an appearance in... this park made an appearance in last week's video. 2 days ago. Because I removed these rides and put a corkscrew and 4 mazes in its place. And I think this park is really ugly. I built this on stream years ago. I don't know why, but I think it's ugly. Just something ugly about this park. I don't really use it much in videos because I just think it's ugly. What do you guys think? Is this an ugly park? Or does it look nice? It's ugly. Thank you. I like the rainbow themes. Oh, yeah, this is lovely. This is also lovely. Oh, these are Jesse and James. I like that. Have you ever built a Ferris wheel rainbow outside of streams? Yes, but that was for a video, so that doesn't count. Just playing on my own. I mean, I haven't played on my own for years. I have not built a park just to play Roller Coaster Tycoon, not to use it for a video or anything, in years. Last time probably, like, built a normal park, maybe like 2018 or something like that. Oh, this is an early version of the Mega Park. No, the Giga Park. In hindsight, the Giga Park was not that great. But I liked building it. And I like this wooden coaster. It's fancy. It's a very early version. This is probably the end of the first live stream I did on it. Maybe the second one actually, because we're already in year 5. The end of year 5. That's about 4.5 hours of playtime. Assuming no speeding up. Oh yeah, I built this entire river thing with all the waterfalls. That was a bit of a pain to do. But it's kind of nice. And I like this entrance. This is a very classic entrance, right? Yeah, some flower beds. Yeah, little trees, grass. It's very nice. I like this. Oh yeah, and I put crocodiles in the water. Oh, you look at that. Boat hire 1. If I went back to my old saves, my paths would give you a heart attack. You know, same would probably go for me. So... what is this? So there are 63 guests just walking about. What is this called? Giving guests setup. Oh, was this for the video about guest cheats? Where I... Hang on, we can figure this out, right? So, giving guests setup. When was that saved? 8/11/21. So, if we then go to my YouTube channel. I can't spell. Right, will... Shut up. So 8/11/21. So that's the end of 21. Pretty much. Let's see, this was 2022, I believe. So it will be around here. Let's see. Beheaded Rotodrop. When was that? Oh, March 2022 we're still in. So... Bumbly Bazaar, only 2 tiles. When was that? November 21. So it's a little bit before that. So how about the figure 8 loop? That was November 15th. Oh yeah, guest name cheats. Yeah, it's most likely for that. Let's see if we can find the shot being used. Should be somewhere here, right? This is not a very high quality. Now we see, but that's fine. We can still recognize it. Yeah, there it is. Giving guests purple shirts. That's what I use that for. There's a guest name cheat, Emma Garrel, that gives everyone purple shirts. Oh, and this is the same setup, but different path. Again, different path. Oh yeah, this was like every time it gave the guests something. And that's what I used that for. That was fun. Okay, what's this? This is just Mud Forest. I got Mud Forest also when I did this on the stream, even though we have like a billion different save files. Oh, look at that! Do any of you remember this one? Whoops. Do you all remember this? Because I built this on stream. I think this was one of the first streams I did. Bitcoin value, yeah, that's this right, which constantly crashes. I think it was one of the first Twitch streams I did. It took like 4.5 hours. And it is Ghost Town, but every ride has 10 excitement. Or at least every of the 10 rides that 10 coasters that you need. So 10.06 on the vertical drop. Then 10.026 on the floorless. 10.44 on the hyper twister. Again, the hyper twister. 10.29 on the giga. 9.91 on the... Oh yeah, that's not high enough. We could make it higher, but I can't be bothered. On the flying. I think that's a flying at least. Yeah, looks like it. 10.15 on the reverser. 9.99 on the laydown. The stand-up was a bitch. We got 10.07. It's called the struggle. Spiral coaster. 9.79. And that's low. Oh yeah, big ass wooden coaster. 10.13. I think that's all of them, right? Yeah, I don't see any others. I do think I sort of remembered it. Nice. And most people won't have been here that long. Oh, this is again Ghost Town. But this is one of the save files in the one where I used only 60 tiles to beat it. Look at that. Isn't it fabulous? I love this glitch that I used. This short wooden coaster is 2,364 meters long. This was a video you did about a year ago. Yeah, I think so. Let's see, when was this saved? Yeah, 27 March 2023, so pretty much exactly a year ago. This was purely built for the mine ride overview. I think. This is just a normal Six Flags Magic Mountain, but with a mine ride in it. I needed a shot for a mine ride. I think this was a point of it like going up slowly, instead of having like a massive big hill, because then it goes upwards quickly. So yeah, this was just built for a mine, for a ride overview. Oh, this is Crazy Lake, where I drowned every guest in Crazy Castle at the end, which was unnecessarily dramatic, but in the video it's every bit as dramatic as it felt during the run. It was absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, hang on. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Oh god, I talked slow here. Excavate stunt, it's time to remove most of the rides. Not all of them yet, as having a few rides operating is a very large part of the park rating, and we do need that to be at least 600 to beat the scenario. On the 31st of October we count down the seconds, and with about 9 seconds to go we remove all the path and the last remaining rides. Many guests are drowning every second and the guest count is dropping insanely fast. Will the day end before we have fewer than 1,500 guests so that we don't fail the scenario? 3,000 guests, 2,500 guests, 2,000. 1800, 1700, 1650, 1600, and with 1595 guests left we beat the scenario just in the nick of time. To illustrate how that's insane, right? Because look at this. With 2.5 seconds left, there are still 4,700 guests in the park. In the following 2.5 seconds, more than 3,000 guests drown. This was my second attempt. There was one earlier attempt where I removed all the rides too early and the park rating actually got screwed. The guest number was fine, but it was the park rating that you know, got lowered too quickly because I removed all the guests, all the rides. Reaction streamers. You know, I love people doing reactions on their own content if they provide a lot more context. This... Oh god, what is this for? Who built that log flume? Who built that wooden coaster? That is such an odd design. That does not sound like a Marcel design. Sound? Look. Same goes for the log flume. That does not look like a Marcel design. Pre-build oh, it's a pre-build. Well, I didn't design it. This is not a pre-build though. Neither is this, and this kind of does seem like a Marcel design, to be honest. You know, this turn, the helix, and then the big thing, that is very much a thing I do. I might have built this Woody. Let's see what the save file is called. €108 entry. I thought it was for something like that. That was my immediate thought. So I indeed built this. And this was to demonstrate what a park like this, what you can charge for it. This was for the video about what can you charge for the park entry. So, park entry fee. Can you find the video like that? Yeah. Wrong. You do immediately. Let's see if we can find that shot. There you go. No, a different shot. I might not have used it. No, I think I changed it for this park instead. Because there was something wrong with the other one. Because I remember me doing like a whole thing with it, you know, having a certain number for a certain park, and then it'd be like, oh, hang on, that's wrong. I did it wrong and I had to redo it. So I built a different park for it. What? What are the chances? What are the bloody chances that I right now randomly open this one? That is the one from the video. Wonder how many saves you have. I mean, not entirely, because I was scrolling. You know, I was around halfway, I guess, so I could never open the majority. But still, I didn't specifically scroll to the roughly halfway point. Because I just, you know, spin my freewheeling wheel. Oh, God. And at some point, click. Epilepsy warning. This flashes. Oh, Jesus, this is trippy. Especially if I do this. Remove the UI. Why? I think I just wanted to build as many as I can. Because this reaches the original limit. We can build more now. Oh, Jesus. It is a big flash. Yeah, there's a lot of compression, isn't there? How much do we get if we remove it all? It was not used in anything. Oh, yeah. How much do we get if we remove it all and then I have money disabled? I'm getting some James May cheese vibes where I get more and more distorted. Cheese. Okay, what's this? This must be the throughput. This must be for the maximum throughput, right? I'm positive it is. This is for the maximum throughput video. Where I kept getting bloody stumped because of the bloody photo section that I didn't know counted for the bloody throughput. Bloody. This one doesn't have it though. What What the hell is this for? I guess I wanted the long shot of it going through the forest. And that's... I think this is for the mine ride overview. Mine ride speed test. I think I just wanted to reach the maximum speed and wanted it to have a nice shot. Mine ride overview. Hello everyone. Shut up. Oh yeah, there we go. Found it. And there's also, I think I also saw the other shot as well already. Because the one we saw earlier. Should be able to find it. Yeah, there it is. Was I right? Drop or a wooden coaster in your park, the mine ride won't be at the top of the profit per hour list, but as long as you don't expect it to be... I talked so slow back then. It was kind of an overcorrection of me talking too fast in earlier videos. And quickly... I mean, if you take a video like this one. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. In this video we will take a look at the vertical drop coaster. Oh god, the Dutch accent is so much worse than it is now. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's still not the worst I've heard, not even close, but it's much worse than it is right now. In hindsight, I kind of get the people complaining about the Dutch accent. Also, take your bloody cursor off the screen, mate. I still had it on the screen all the time back then, which is so ugly. There have been times right now. Hang on. I know exactly where this is. Coaster icons. Hello everyone and welcome. Yeah, shut up. I don't need to hear you. It is from the suspended swinging coaster. So it should be near the end. Is it here? No. Of coaster icons. The floorless train's image was taken in Six Flags Magic Mountain when you removed the long... Okay, so in this shot there was a cursor. I forgot to remove it. Well, I kind of had removed it, but I need to redo the shot for some whatever reason. I think I slightly got it wrong, needed to redo it. And then in the redo, I forgot to not record the cursor. So somewhere in the middle here, there's a cursor. And I re-recorded the thing. I need to realign it. Because I only found out late, and just kind of patched over it, and somewhere here there is a cursor in there. I don't know where anymore. You can't find it because I hit it, patched it up really well, just to hide the bloody cursor. And I've done that more than once in videos because it's annoying to see the cursor. It's ugly, right? How am I going through my saves that quickly? I mean, they are all here, but I'm scrolling through them really quickly. Anyway, this is some electric field stream I did, presumably. I mean, I remember building this ride, the Mobius. Because it's a B and it's a Mobius. It's a bun. I think I just started to become a millionaire there because I saved this as I have just become a millionaire. So that's probably the point of that particular stream. Yeah, I remember building that mine ride as well. I don't remember building all my coasters, but I do remember building a lot. Oh. Max, are you still here? I think he's gone. This is a scenario I still want to beat. This is a scenario Max made years ago. He challenged me to see if I could beat it. At the time I couldn't. I still wanted to return to that at some point. It's called Alpine something? Summit Park. So you may see a video about that. The thing is kind of, it starts with a certain amount of guests. And you need to keep them in the park. Need to keep them happy. Goal. Get 1100 guests in the park. It's not the goal that's difficult, it's the start that's difficult. Where can I find it? Nowhere. As far as I know, he hasn't published it. Maybe he has, who knows. Well, look at it a bit after the stream. But if you look at the entrance path, it's rather long. Rather quite long. And they're rather unhappy. Also, it's currently blizzarding. Look at that at the bottom right. Blizzard icon. This is a stream I did. Yeah, it's just a stream on Dynamite Dunes. So what I kind of wanted to do with this stream... Oh, there you go. Max found it. He's still here. What I wanted to do with this stream, I did it right after I did my nice Forest Frontier stream. And I kind of wanted to replicate that Forest Frontiers. Kind of the same niceness. And I spectacularly failed. There's nothing... I mean, it's not ugly necessarily, but there's nothing particularly nice about this park either. It's got a few cacti. Ooh. I mean, if we compare that to the Forest Frontiers I wanted to kind of replicate... That's this. This is the Forest Frontiers I wanted to replicate. This is a nice park, isn't it? Some of you might remember building this. Me building this. I remember seeing this. I've used it in a lot of videos. I'm very happy with this wooden coaster. It's magnificent. I even replaced this car ride with a mini golf once for a mini golf overview. Just so I could have a nice shot. Look at this lovely, nice, tiny desert area. RST2 is great at that, right? It's great at just doing a tiny little desert area or snow area or something like that, and it just works. Here we have a yin and yang Ferris wheel. A lovely junior coaster. And, you know, tons of flower beds and stuff. I think it's great. Okay, here we have Extreme Hell. I think it's called Extreme Heights 3. This is the third Extreme Heights stream I did. A good mine train coaster going on here. I did various Extreme Heights streams with all different surfaces. If you look at this. The first one has the default surface. It's also a super ugly park. I rarely use it, although I did use it for the maze video. There was like a shot here when I was talking about storing guests. Also, it has this, which is just ugly. Then the next one, I made it grass. Just for a different look, you know? And it's a bit nicer. Still not very nice, though. Extreme Heights is difficult to make look nice unless you put like a ton of effort into it. But if you just play it normally, it's rarely gonna look very nice. Still, I've used this, yeah, especially this area, for quite a few shots. Then the third one. Oh, the third one was mud, where I also had a lot of fire. Oh yeah, that's where I had this ride. With a massive queue line. Where's the entrance? There. It also has some cheaty rides. It's also not the prettiest, but I've used it for some shots. Also, god damn, that thing is ugly. This Giga Coaster is ugly as well, but it does have 10.27 intensity. 3.12 negative Gs. And then we got Extreme Heights 4, which is basically the one we just looked at. This is my collection of filming parks, which are kind of just nice to film in. Ah! You may remember this one. This was from when I built 1,000 rides in the 22x22 park. Alright, see ya, Max. I think I was almost finished in this one. Look at this, it can't display it properly anymore. It just kind of goes a little weird if you zoom out. Is the pathing of the furry still shit? Yeah, looks like it. They're not moving away from there. It's still furry town here. My favorites. Ah! This is from the Cursed Rides. This is Land Boats. I mean, those are two different videos. I made a video about Land Boats, I made a video about Cursed Rides. This is one for the Cursed Rides one. And it's just boats going over land. You know, you just, I don't know, mess about with some zero clearance or tile inspector stuff and you get there. Oh, whoops. This is when I tried to make as much... Oh yeah, oh, this was a precursor to... This was kind of the first attempt of Crazy Lake. I first wanted to see if I could make enough money in Empty Airfield to cover Empty Airfield in water. Just a thin layer of water. And that's why I tried to get rid of all the guests as quickly as possible. I would do this completely different now, because I know more about how it works, but... it didn't work. It turned out you could not nearly make enough money. And that's why I turned to Crazy Castle and was like, you know I can make enough money. I'm just gonna... I'll just try to excavate Crazy Castle, because you need more money for that, but you can make a lot more because you have a cash machine and you charge for the ride, so that's kind of exponential stuff. And that's kind of how that video came to be. So a lot of times to that video, there's kind of a history, me trying something else and it not working. What's your best Gravity Gardens? Maybe this one? It's not particularly beautiful. I think this was for a tutorial I did on it. Like, I did a tutorial on Gravity Gardens. I have a better one, right? I have Gravity Gardens, no gravity. Or like Gravity Gardens, only gravity. Okay, I'm not sure if this one's better, but it's more interesting. So I used no chain lifts and no boosters in this one. Oh, and no launches. For example, this one, slightly pushed up, and then goes down. And then goes up again. Isn't that nice? This one goes back and forth a few times. And every time, because of a bug, it gains a little bit of height. And eventually it gets enough speed to make it back over a higher point. This was a stream a year ago. Something like that. And this is kind of an extreme version of that. I have more Gravity Gardens. I did another stream on it. Well, that's interesting. That's not supposed to happen. Huh. I wonder if that happens every time we try to open the save file, or if that's got something, or if that's like a random coincidence. Why is it taking so long to start up? Is that related to the crash? Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's try again. Let's see if it was random or if it's just something in the park. Okay, it's something in the park. Clearly. Now I want to see what the park actually is. Hang on, let me use an old version. Let's see, OpenRST2, old versions. Let's use, I don't know, version 0.4.5. Will probably do fine. Unless maybe that was on like one of the oh. Sorry for that. Oh, it's from 2019. Is that old? I didn't look at that. Let's see. Gravity Gardens. Oh, we did mess about a bit. So I don't know what the issue is, but yeah, there are some cheats involved here. Oh, this is the origin of the rainbow rides. Also, we have Toilet Island here, Bathroom Island. So we got some jumps here. Merry-go-round tower or merry-go tower. We got a very tall wooden coaster here. And this thing has an incredibly high nausea rating of 10.2. But the kind of interesting thing about this park are these spiral slides. This is the first time I ever did Pride slides, or I mean nowadays I usually do Ferris wheels, not slides, but yeah, they're called Pride slides. Someone asked me to make them, and I was like, let's go. And ever since then, I've built a lot of Pride slides in my time. Well, not really a lot of Pride slides, but Pride rides, I guess. Mostly Ferris wheels, because they kind of fit together more nicely. The Pride slide sounds really nice. I don't know what kind of pun or alliteration you can do with Ferris wheel. And we could just call them gay wheels. That doesn't really work. Ferris queers? I don't know. Oh god. This joke. Pride wheels. Yeah, I mean that works, but it's not nice as... You know, Pride slide is absolutely perfect, right? That Pride themed Trinity Islands is one of my favorite videos. You know, it got a lot of hate comments. And I even got posted on a couple of 4chan boards, people calling me a faggot. Which is interesting. What's even more interesting is they called me the N-word. Which... What does that have to do with anything? I mean, I'm not even black, but still. But, you know what? Well, you know, I expected some hate on it, because, you know, there are always some weirdos anyway. But you know why I was specifically weirded out, well, kind of shocked by the amount of hate? It's because whenever I build that stuff on a live stream, you know, like these Pride slides, I have never, not a single time, seen hate towards it on a live stream. You know, we got 200 people watching right now. Not a single person is pushing hate towards it. Yet I make a video and tons of people hate it. I mean, more people like it, don't get me wrong. But it's such a different audience. Let's see, Trinity Island, start with a T. I love this park, I did. I'm very, very happy with it. And I don't regret it or anything. Like, I'm proud of the message that I'm pushing out with that. Okay, and I'm most proud of this one. Come on. An asexual colored log flume saying you won't get me wet. I mean, it's tooting my own horn, but come on, that's a fantastic joke. I think that people might not react to those things on stream because it's more moderated, so they don't say anything. I guess I did remove a lot of comments on my video. Not all of them. I don't want to just be seen like I remove anything remotely critical of what I do. But I did remove quite a lot. People calling me a pedophile, which is interesting. When I'm just saying it's okay to be gay, but whatever. Also, a thing I didn't, because you know, when I do these playthrough videos, I don't mention every ride I built, because it can be a bit much. One I did not specifically mention is this one, which is the intersex flag. You know, the purple circle and then the yellow in between. Kind of like this one. Only without the yellow on the outside. I did show it, but I did not specifically mention it. I think like 1 or 2 people that did in the comments did pick up on it. Yeah, this is Jeff, the agender ride. I could not come up with any kind of pun, so I just called it Jeff. Which I think works perfectly well. I think it's a hilarious name. The blender. In hindsight, I should have called it the gender blender. I think it was like for gender fluid flag. Oh yeah, I got specifically the gay men flag here in the spiral slides. Which I think works well. I mean, it's just a beautiful gradient, honestly. These colors, the scrambled eggs in a pan, which is just the lamest pun. I don't think these colors work well. Oh, you say pan has your favorite color scheme. I don't think it works well on this twist. That's just a personal thing. I do like this though. I've done this before. A pan colored, like a trans flag colored track with a rainbow right on top of it. But if we look at the video, it's a looping coaster. It's not a junior coaster, which is because I thought the looping coaster worked a lot better in the thumbnail. It looked a lot better. Welcome, Cheddaman Geo. And $10 or $9? The party is 10 anyway. Welcome to the stream. We're currently looking towards a very gay park I built for a video a while ago. Because every single ride, well, almost every single ride, is colored in some kind of queer flag. For example, these Ferris wheels are the colors of the lesbian flag, and they are called G, I, R, L, and S. What does that spell? That's right. So, what were you doing on your stream? Yeah, we also just got a haunted house here, which is not gay at all. The go-karts, I think, has rainbow. Yeah, it seems to have mostly rainbow carts. That green's a bit weird though. Just bright, just a lot of bright colors. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got this one. Oh dear, I'm queer. I completely forgot about the name. I think this is just the kind of the queer flag. Is that a different flag? With black, dark green and lavender? I forget. I just used some site to get inspired for all the flags. Because I didn't know most of these. I'm not that well versed in gay stuff. We're playing GeoGuessr. We're playing in our GeoGuessr league. No Netherlands runs to speak of. The In our GeoGuessr League. What does that mean? I don't play GeoGuessr anymore, so... Or not much. I only play Netherlands every now and then. So I don't really know what that league is. Mass destruction. Someone flooded the place. Let's have a little look. I think I need to be on a more updated version. Because I was on an old version. So let's go to the updated version. Hey. Apparently Trinity Island is also a Minecraft playlist. Come on. Start up. You're taking forever. I clicked play, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Alright, let's have a look. Oh wait, it did. We now have 2. Ass destruction. Yep. Hey, look at that. We got Gaybo Ferris wheels. Nice. This is a long rainbow. What else we got? Ooh, that's an interesting single line coaster. Okay, I'm gonna spawn a lot of guests. How's that underwater? 0 clearance. You can do anything with 0 clearance. Immediately drowning! I did not expect that! Hang on. We can do that faster. I may have overdone it slightly. Disconnected. Whoopsie daisy. These servers are a lot of fun now. For example, if we look at this server. This is... Oh god, this is a massive park. Ooh, someone made a very purple ride. Why is the staff so fast? I mean, I know there's a setting for that, but still it looks weird. This path looks weird too. It's like some... Yeah, it's this path, which is as wide as the tile. Oh, I also can't build anything. I did see another server though, which looked interesting. It says... Do WTF you want to. I hope there's nothing terrible in here. American Eagle, that's a nice ride. Why is that invisible? Oh god, they're going straight down. It has 12 excitements. Greece is 197 kilometers an hour. Oh jeez! I was about to fast forward it, but you can't do that on a server. Yeah, this is a pride ride. Follow a train. Now I'm gonna kind of follow them more gradually. Oh, I love that sound. Yeah, they're not at all synchronized here anymore because of the turn, and that's a big downside. And that's the downside in general about these massive kind of racing coasters. You can't really do turns well without them being very out of sync with each other. Although this does look nice, them going like one by one. And yeah, if you do figure 8, they'll mostly get back to being synced. Not entirely, but mostly. The queue line being the same color as the path is nice though. Well, it isn't. So I don't know what you mean. Look at this. How big is the park? Well, I got quite a lot of things going on. I mean, it says do WTF if you want to. So then you kind of just expect some kind of weird, you know, like what mass destruction did. Or is this some kind of... No, I can build. So I can do a lot of things. Hang on, let's see. Does it have any special things? No. Can I remove things? Okay, I can't remove things. I was like, if I can easily rebuild this because it's not a special right. Okay, if you can't remove things, that kind of makes sense. But can I... Okay, I can't do that either. I can build scenery though. I'm not... Okay, I can't do that either. So they... Yeah, they did actually put a lot of things in place to prevent you from... I mean, nothing can prevent me from, you know, building offensive shapes. Now, I won't finish this, but you know the deal. So, people could still do that, but they don't. I like this ride. This is a really nice ride. This is 2 rides, I think. Yes, and Spiral. Well done on whoever made this. Oh, I got some other nice rides here as well. Wouldn't be that much fun to ride. Yeah, that's true. Mozart's free for also has some nice stuff. Let's take a look. No. I can't join. Let's try again. Okay, it seems to work now. That's a big map. Hi Marcel, just want to say your content is my favorite and I love how your brain works. Well, thank you, Drums. And disconnected, but it doesn't matter, I've downloaded the map. Holy crap doses. Look at this volcano. That's massive. This is lovely. Isn't it? Got some lovely buildings. I mean, it's custom scenery, so... loses a bit of points from that, but... other than that, it is lovely. Is it custom scenery? Yeah, there's tons of custom scenery here. Alright, let's have some more water. I've done a huge woody here. Oh, that's the one. I saw that. You posted that. Yeah, it's got 14 intensity. I bet that's easy to read for y'all. Being this tiny. That must be better, mustn't it? But yeah, with 63 drops, and probably more, but it doesn't count further than 63. With 63 drops, you're kind of screwed. We've got a Giga. A very nice woody with not as many... Oh, that's you as well. I thought it looked similar. Not as many drops, so I've got a good stat. A nice beach bait. You know the problem with these massive parks, right? The problem with these massive parks, they always feel very disconnected. They don't get filled up like ever. Because you have a little nice section here. It's very nice. And you also have a nice section here. It's very different style, but it's still nice. But it's all very disjointed. I love this central plaza. Whoever made this did a good job on it, and I like that there's no custom scenery here. I think. There are cheats, like there's a monorail around here, for example. But no custom scenery. I like it when people get creative without custom scenery. So, yeah, good ride, but it's a bit too disjointed for my liking. Let's see what Dirknick multiplayer is up to. Can we go on that? I think I might need to be on a different version for that. Right. Where is Dirknick multiplayer even? Oh yeah, different version. Okay, can't be arsed to do that. You know what? I think we're done for today. We've been at it for over 3 hours. I had a good time. And let's raid Brian, who's working on some kind of hyper-realistic park, because that's what he always does. Brian and Relzik. Well, he's changed his name actually to Amusement Academy. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday. He has a YouTube announcement. Yeah, apparently he does. I'll send you to Brian. And have a good time there. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. And I'll see you later. Goodbye. Oh, and say hello to Brian for me.